Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. It's Weekend Crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl, or Weekend Crafting with Laurette, whichever you prefer. So today I have lots of fun stuff planned for us. Well, I'm just going to have fun. I know what I want to. I was going to make something, and I thought, well, why don't I invite them to come along? Let's make it a weekend crafting because I tend to make those longer videos. If you quit the video after the first 15 minutes, you're not going to get the idea of the project at all. So think about whether you want to just, maybe fast forward a little or whatever to get where you need to go. But if you quit the video too soon, because I have a habit of announcing things at the end of the video, and so you miss those, so a lot of times you miss out on things that maybe you don't want to miss. So announcements and things. Okay, so today, before we work on our project, I have a desk full of stuff I want to share with you. First of all, my beautiful daughter Jolene gave me this beautiful thing that she made for me, little envelope. Isn't she beautiful? She is like very 3D. She gave me Happy Valentine's Day envelope card. And she said, oh, Mom, you could use it in your journals or wherever you want. And it would go great in a Jane Austen, because that's the era of that. And that's what it makes me think of. She said, I was making it and I thought of you. Wasn't that sweet? So I had to share that with you. So happy belated Valentine's Day. I'm actually making this on Friday, Valentine's Day. You're seeing this Saturday, the day after. So I hope you had a wonderful day. If it was with your girlfriends, or even if you just treated yourself to something special, I hope you did. So anyway, I'll talk about that later. And so I want to show you, I always in my next video, I always show you what we were working on. So last time we were working on this lovely file folder. I finished it. I added some lace and some bows. I kept it fairly simple because it's sitting on a desk and things are getting dropped on top of it. So I didn't want to go too super fancy. This is the one with all of my projects in it. And this is what I did. This is that one that I was using that was kind of wrinkled and not looking great. Well, now it has some good body. It's also, finished in the back like I did on this one. And this is the one that sits on my counter with my projects in it for future videos, right? So there they are. It's got all kinds of goodies on it. I had put these little acrylic flowers on there. I did not like them, so I covered them up. Changed it completely because I did not like the way it looked. So, but it doesn't matter. It's just for me. So that's that project. Isn't it pretty all done? I love it. I mean, I could add, normally I would add more bows and stuff, but it's just sitting on my counter and it's going to get beat up pretty good. So I really didn't want to put too much on it. For those of you who were asking, these two laces here are in the shop, and so is this beautiful bling pearl trim is also in our shop. Okay, and the file folders too, the pockets. So all right, now speaking of our shop, one more time I'm going to tell you this because it's your last chance to hear about it. Sunday, February 16th is a 1-year shop anniversary. Anyone shopping in the store that day who makes a purchase will be entered into a drawing for our 1-year anniversary bundle. There's only one from the shop. Unfortunately, it's US only. So, and it's one day only, midnight on the 16th. It shuts off. It's for those who have purchased anything that day. You go into a drawing to say thank you for your support of our shop. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love and adore each and every one of you. For those of you who are new, this is the shop. These are the journal supplies, design supplies, all the things you need to make the kind of projects that I do here on my channel. So, last call for that, because you're going to see this on the 15th. And the 16th is the day that you can be, if you purchase, you get entered into a drawing. Okay. Now, now the next thing I want to share with you, this is our project for today. So I'm going to move that off to the side. This is our tall folio. You remember this? We made this from scrapbook paper. It is an accordion folder. It is not a flip-flop. A flip-flop is totally different than an accordion. So this one, you don't put anything in between. You don't put journal pages in between. You just keep it as an accordion it folds out. Now this one has pockets all across the top. There's 7 pockets. I have not filled those yet. I will just be putting large blank tags up there. I may add either a tab or lace at the top, but they'll be just plain tags, you know, nothing too fancy. We could probably do one if you really want to see, but I don't think there's going to be anything exciting in there, okay? It's mainly to write on if you choose to use this as a journal type project. This is kind of what I would call a bling book or art book. It's a lot about just looking at the pretties. Hold on one sec. Okay. Sorry, my allergies. We had a lot of rain and a big wind and rainstorm, and they are bugging me today. So from all the moisture, oh my gosh, and it's still windy. I kind of want that to flap, but I don't really want it to flap up there. I keep meaning to put some glue there. As I show this, this is the cover of mine, which is of course different than anybody else's because I know some of you made this with me. That's technically the front. This is the back. I didn't put as many high stick up as this because this is technically the back, but on an accordion there really is no back because you'll see it just opens out. Now, am I going to get the whole thing? I'm not. I don't have enough room, but you get the idea of how big it is. I'm going to close it up. We'll go over it in just a minute. Whoops. Oh. And then here it is on the other side. This is the back side of that accordion, which is technically our cover here. Okay. And when you fold it up, see it folds up like an accordion. Okay. Flip-flop's a little more flippy-floppy. This one does fold in accordion style. They're different. They are not the same thing. So anyway, here is our cover. I've had this in my stash forever, and I finally broke down and put it in here. Isn't it beautiful? It's a rhinestone key. We've got pearls. We've got some beautiful cameos, lace, the lovely bottles from the perfume bottle at Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah. And then you open it, and it says, "This journal belongs to." And you could see I've got goodies here. Okay, so I've stuck a few cards in there. And remember, we were talking about this was going to be boudoir, getting ready for the ball. And it is. Like, you've got hats, you've got ladies in their gowns. And I will keep pointing that out as I go through here. I have a beautiful fold-up heart that you open up, and it has a perfume bottle and some tickets. It's a tickets to the, for your well, it says limousine, so I must be carriage. We'll say carriage. And then we have some tickets down here. We've got some little tickets there that go inside this little pocket here. We did this and then you have your pocket here. We did all of these pieces were done in videos. So you have those available to you if you want to watch them. You open this up. This opens out, and you will see you have a pocket here on the back, which allows you to put all kinds of cards in here. We have one for, it's to go shopping. And then these are all to do with shopping for clothes and things to the shops for your ball gown because you're getting ready to go out, right? And then here we have a tall tag that you could write on, make your notes if you were in that era. Again, it's all the ball gown era. There we go. Well, there's actually 2 pockets here, so I think I'll put one in one pocket and one in the other. There's room for you to add things. You could, if you wanted to, you could add like a notebook there, or you could decorate. You could do whatever you want, but I've kind of left it. I thought it was a pretty paper, and I didn't really want to do a lot of decorating on it. Okay, so, all right. We'll close that. We open this. We've got some lovely tags. So all these have to do with fashion and perfume and clothing. And, you know, we've got writing space here if you want it. You have our beautiful ladies getting ready, hanging out. And this keeps it closed. Then I have a lovely lace pocket, and we've got some beautiful bits. We've got some hats and an invitation to the ball. And then up here, we have some fans. We've got some more ladies who are getting ready for the ball. So those go up there. And I could very well put that one in there maybe, so it's not so full. Yeah, so we've got that. Then we go over here. We have our beautiful ladies here. That one's not interactive. Then this one, we've got a beautiful document, all folded up in document style. It's got some perfume bottles on it. So I'm going to say that these are the receipts for their gowns and their gloves and their hats and all the things to go to. This is my imagination, of course. I don't really know what most of this says, but I'm going to say that's what it is, right? And then we've got some gals who are all ready to go. They have a journal card, and then you untie this. And this could be their shopping list if they would like. Let me get, and here you go. It opens up like this for some secret writing. So they could write down, you know, maybe their size or what they want to get when they go out to the modesty to get their clothes, some things for the ball, their gowns, their gloves, their shoes, their stockings, their fans. Okay. So those will stick underneath this. This is a belly band. I did pop that belly band off there. I see I did not put enough glue. That's okay. Sometimes you don't know when you're working on something if you got enough glue. Oh, I did. Oh, I did. I don't know what I'm thinking there. It's fine. I was going to say, that's art glitter glue. It usually doesn't have issues. All right. Then we have this one here. This talks about perfumes and things. You see the pretty perfume bottles. You open it up. And you have a lovely notebook. You have a, well, nope, I did not put a text spot there. You could put a tag in here. I'll probably look for something. I forgot about that one. That needs a tag. So I'll have to remember I need to put a tag in there. I will find something lovely to put in there. And then we're going to turn the page and you have a long note tablet. It is removable, right? Then we have this one over here. We have two tags showing you how to do their hair and their hats. Okay. And then here we have a belly band and you open it up and you have a little notebook again. Shows them different styles for that eras. This one you open it up and you've got tickets and gowns and flowers and stubs. So this is where they save the things from the dances and the balls that they go to, right? So, and then let's see, I did that, I did that, I did that, I did that. Yeah, I guess I showed you everything. So there it is. Beautiful, right? So I'm in love with this. This is gorgeous. If you are interested in this, please message Jolene at A Jeweled Design, and she will give you the particulars on how you get this. It would be through PayPal. So it will not go into my shop. It'll probably get sold on either PayPal or Instagram. I will not be putting it into the shop. At least I'm not planning to unless no one wants it. So if you're interested, tell her you want the perfume folio, and it's really perfume boudoir, but that's kind of hard to spell. She'll know if you say perfume folio, right? So I probably need to, I just need to add the tops of this. I need to add some tags up here, and then I do need a tag for that other one. So as showing it to you, I found out I need to do a few things. Plus, I do need to put my label on here. This is the back. I hate to do it, but I gotta, as you know. So I'll pull my labels out, and that'll remind me to do that when I'm done with the video, right? Okay, so there we go. I have a ton of beautiful perfume stamps from Lorna Taylor, and I may go ahead and use some of these lovely stamps on the tall tags that are going to go in there. So, they won't be plain. And, they could have gold edge. They're just not going to be decked out because they've got to fit in those tight pockets. So those are definitely something that, we want to put in there. So, okay. I also might want to use this piece from my sister's shop. Isn't this gorgeous? If I can find somewhere to put it, I will use it in there. So that project is pretty much done. I won't be doing any more videos. I won't show it again. That's it for that. So now today, let's settle down to our Saturday. How are all of you? Are you good? I hope so. I hope everybody's healthy and safe and not smothered in snow or drowning in water or mud. Fingers crossed for everybody, right? So, okay, so what I want to do is I want to make this project. Now, these are things I like to make for my journals and separately. They are made from file folders. And hold on, let me pull. I'm going to be using the paper Cameo today. She's got the most gorgeous pieces, so I wanted to play with those today. And file folders. Now, you can pick any color file folder you want. I've got these 3 colors. It's what I call Neapolitan, which is strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. And you could pick your color. Now, we do sell a pack in our shop of these colors together. You can get all 3 colors. You get so many of each color. I'm not sure what the amount of each color is, but it would let you do this project plus others, right? So if you don't want big boxes of 100 or more of these, it's a great way to get them is through our shop, okay? Which is the Design Journal and Supply. Now, there is a direct link in the drop-down box below the video. You just tap on that. It'll take you to the shop, and you can go shopping for your file folders if you need them. Now, what I like to do is I call these, I don't even know the name. They're basically ephemera holders. And I like to deck them all out, and they can either go into a journal, a tall, skinny journal, or they can go as a standalone as a thank you gift or a happy mail, whatever you want to do with them. I'm looking to see if I can find my tall journal. I've got some tall ones that I did. Hello, where are they? One sec. I just dawned on me I should show you how that actually works, right? What was I thinking? Oh, don't mind me. I'm throwing things on the floor. One sec. Where did I put my tall journals? I made a couple with Rachel, Roxy Creations, and I cannot find them. Oh, that's not a good thing. Oh, great. Okay, I don't know where they are. They should be in a folder. Hold on a minute. I've left you. I'm so sorry. Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. I'll return, I swear. Well, that's good because I just found something all squished. So that was probably a good thing that I stopped for a minute to see if I could find my journals. What did I do with my journals? Maybe I put them in a drawer or something. I don't see them. Oh, that's not good. So when this video is over, I'm going to be on the hunt for my tall, skinny journals, you guys. Well, that's not good. I have 2 by Rachel at Roxy Creations that I seem to be absolutely missing. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Not good. Let me put those in there so they don't get damaged anymore. Goodness gracious. I have a habit of doing that. You guys, where did my journals go? Oh, they've always been in here. You know what happens is you can start cleaning and you think, oh, they'd be better here, wherever that here is, right? Sorry, I wanted to share this with you. Okay, so for those of you who are new, I don't do tutorial type videos. These are, you're invited into my studio to craft with me, and you craft along, and if you were at my house right now, I'd be like, come here, I gotta show you this. So, oh, okay, after the video, I give up. I'm sure I have a tall journal somewhere, don't I? How can I show you how this works? I want to show the new people. Forgive me, you guys. I'm sorry. But you get like a dog with a bone if you can't find something all of a sudden. I do. I'm terrible. Okay, well, I'll show you my Marie Antoinette. This is a flip-flop journal. And it's got signatures. Okay, it's very similar to the accordion, but it's the way it's made. It's very, very different. So what you would do with this, if there was room, which there is not in this one, you would take this and you would slide it in, and it would go in there, right? And it'd be loaded up with goodies. Or you'd put it in the back, or you'd send it with your journal full of ephemera, maybe ephemera you didn't use. But you would probably cut it to match the size of your, now how tall is this? 9.5, 10. I've got this at 10.5 or 10 3/4. So if I was going to put it with a specific journal, I would absolutely cut it to fit. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know where that went, but you know what? When this video's over, I'm going to go hunting. I don't know where I put those 2 journals. That's going to bug me all through this video. I apologize. I took the time to look for that. Anyway, I just invite you into my craft room. This is a Saturday craft. Totally casual, totally relaxed. If you're not interested or you want to see this, but I'm taking too long to get to it, you have fast forward, okay? And you have reverse. So I think I'm going to use the pink one today. I generally use this one, but I think today I'd like to use a different color. So all I did was just cut off the front of the file folder that I didn't want to keep, gave myself a straight edge and cut it down to a piece to the width I like. I like it at about 4.5 or so. Okay. So I am going to put it with my other pieces to be used in the future. I'm going to put these aside because these are great for projects. Whoops. Actually, file folders, right? You know, we have a bunch, so I mean, I use them on the back of cards, and since I have to make some tall cards, maybe I'll use some of those file folders for the tall cards, because it's hard to get something that tall. I mean, those are 12 inches tall. That folio is 12 inches. Oh, I should have told you that, right? Because if you're buying it, you want to know what you're getting, right? So this is, yep, full 12 by 6. 6 by 12. Great big, heavy duty, full. And I've put as many of the darling little bits I could put in there. So let's go to this one. Okay, so now I purposely did not cut anything because I want to figure out the pieces I'm going to put in it. I know what pieces I'm going to put in it, but you know what? It just dawned on me. I do need to cover this. I did not pick out anything to cover it with. I'm using her the paper cameo, her 2 Valentine. I don't think there were any plain ones here. Let me look. Well, that would cover. I got music. That would work. Okay. I want something I haven't printed on the back already. No, I did not. All right. And I don't want them to be, even though these are Valentine, I don't want them to be Valentine. I want them to be, love is fine because I do love year-round. That's shabby chic. It's very lovey. I also, oh, I love that. I also have, this is very pretty. That's a potential. So this is what we do on a Saturday one is we figure out, oh, that's gorgeous. We figure out what do we want to use. We do the cutting. We hang out together. We chit chat. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's plenty in this one too. So, oh, I just love these. I'm not really showing them. This was last year's kit, Valentine kit. Okay. So, let's see what we're going to cover it with, right? Yeah. 23. This was a 2023. Oh, okay. I know she does one every year, so I'm sure you can find them in her shop. That's going to work. Oh, that's so pretty. Now, a lot of times I like to do the back too. So I think what I'm going to do, 1 minute. You'll see what I'm going to do in just a second here. I have a thing for roses right now. Hopefully by the time you see this video, I should have a, gotta decide which one I want to use. Do I want to print inside here? I want it to be more plain. picking your papers is something you guys told me you have a hard time with. So probably doesn't hurt that we're picking papers together right now, because you're learning how I do mine. And then that way you can pick your papers. It's not so hard. You know, I have an image in my head as to what I want this to look like, so it's easier. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. No, I purposely did not do any prep work on this one for a reason. It's a Saturday craft, which is casual. And I wanted you to see how I pick things, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, because you guys have asked for that. So I definitely, I really like something sort of neutral in there, like in there. You actually can wrap this all the way around and it will work. But I don't think I want to do that. Or I could do like music like that. And keep it more simple. Then I can make the pieces that go inside be the thing that is so exciting to look at, right? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut. I'm sorry I have to do this, but I have to walk away because I don't have a cutter that will fit on my desk. I mean, it'll fit on my desk, but nothing else would. And I don't want to hurt my back trying to do something with it. So let me make sure we are filming. We are. This will be a long video, not a short one. All right. Let's go like this. We're going to need a glue mat today for sure. What are you guys up to? Did you have a nice Valentine's Day? Did you do anything? We did not. My hubby brought me my favorite lunch. We picked out a few things to have for dinner with some dessert. Every year it's a tradition for us to open a box of See's candy. It's a West Coast thing. I don't know if they have that on the East Coast. Do you guys have See's candy? S-E-E-S? See's candy? Absolutely adore it. We open one every year. We usually make complete and total pigs out of ourselves. We usually finish it by the end of the weekend or Monday. It's a pound. And we couldn't believe the prices this year. Luckily, what we do, if there's a See's candy store, sometimes we'll come across one. There'll be one open as like a pop-up. We'll go and buy a bunch of See's candy and put it in the freezer, and we freeze it. Well, that's what we did for this year. We froze it. So we were super excited because we didn't have to pay the $54 a pound, yikes, that they wanted for this. So we're like, no. And we freeze it. And then we just get it out when we want to do something special for an anniversary or our traditional Valentine's Day. And we buy dark chocolate chews. Yum. And okay, so that's the first part of that. I'm going to kind of leave it for a little bit because I don't want to cause a big old bubble. This is what I was going to do in my studio today, so I thought, well, I'll invite you in. See if you want to hang out and watch me craft and maybe craft along with me. You could use cardstock if you've got a piece big enough that you want to use. An 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock would work too. I like the file folders. I think the reason I did them with file folders is because that's what I had at the time. I didn't have any 12 by 12 cardstock. All my cardstock was smaller. But I guess I could have done an 8.5 by 11. I didn't think about that. Or A4 for you guys in Europe, right? I hope you guys in Europe haven't quit watching me, or Canada. I have nothing to do with any of that stuff that's going on in our country right now. Just ignore it, okay? I'm not going to deal with that here, other than to say, you know, I don't agree with stuff that's going on, and I'm trying to stay out of it and not be part of any of that. So let's just be friends because we're friends. Don't worry about what country we're in or any of that. We're just crafty besties. right? We don't care what the rest of the world's doing. We are going to support each other. We are women, and we are going to support each other. Now, I want to put this, how am I going to do this? That seems like it's upside down when I do it that way, or upside down when I do it that way. Ah, how frustrating. Okay, well, nothing I can really do about it. Again, I'm going to cover this with glue. Terrible allergies, my nose. I took a big old swig of Benadryl before doing the video and used my inhaler, and they're still driving me crazy. It's all the rain. Oh my gosh, it rained and rained and rained and windy all night for 2 nights, raining hard. I think we got 3 inches of rain, 2 inches in the first day, and I think we got another inch last night. Last night was more of a big old windstorm, but I'm not worried this time because we cut our palm trees to the max without cutting them down or out, and then we, oh, there it is. And then we, most of our neighbors have taken out their trees around us that were causing problems before, would have caused, you know, something to happen to the home in a high windstorm or whatever, our home or theirs. They've all cut their trees down over the last couple of years, which I was mad about. But right now we have a big windstorm. I'm happy because all my shade went away and my house got really hot. And I love trees, just love them. So we had 2 at the top of the hill, 3 at the top of the hill. One died of some kind of disease, and the other one, in our last big windstorm this year, it fell over. It snapped and broke at the base. Can you believe it? That doesn't happen. It's top heavy. Okay, this is kind of wet, so we're going to let that dry for a minute. Be sure you use your bone folder to get that down, especially when you're using, I find I get the gaps with the glue sticks, the big old bubble that happens. So let's let that dry for a little bit, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that, but let's let that just dry. And now what I did is, this paper here actually was printed on linen paper. So I'm going to get a nice, which I forgot about, a nice finish for these. I don't think I need any more. That goes with that other kit. That's that kit. Okay. I'm actually going to move these for right now off to the side. I'm not going to use them right now, so I don't want to get them mixed in with everything else I want to use. Now what I want to do is create ephemera, and I'm going to have to cut it out. And what I wanted to show you was, if you have a sheet of ephemera or a sheet, a journal sheet, you don't have to use it the way it was absolutely intended. So you can cut it up, cut it out, do whatever you want. I am going to do this. That gives me her for something else because I'm after these now. This is going to be tough for me. I've printed a plain pink on the back. This has scalloped hearts. So we're going to move that paper. And I'm going to cut these out as if they were ephemera. Do you understand? They become ephemera. They were journal sheets. Now they're going to become ephemera. I think I'm going to see if my little smaller ones will give me a little bit more control, because those have gotten dull from me cutting so much. These are sharper. I also have the new ones that my buddy Stephanie gave me, so I could use those, and I haven't done a lot of fussy cutting with them, although I do cut with them all the time. What we're doing is we're creating ephemera to put in this nice long ephemera holder that we have. Sorry about that. My nose is driving me crazy. It keeps on dripping. I can't take a lot of cold medication or sinus medication, so messes with my heart. So I have to suffer it out sometimes. I wonder if these new scissors would be better for this. Let's see how these do. Oh. Yes, yes. Yes. Just keep moving your paper. If you're not used to fussy cutting, it takes practice. Boy, there was a time all I did was fussy cut all day, every day. Oh my gosh. When I first started, and I was buying all the kits with all the ephemera, I would sit right down, print it, and cut out all the ephemera. Oh my gosh. Now I don't do that. I do it as I go because I never know what I want to do with it. I want to use it as it is. And I just don't have the kind of time that I had back then. My dad had just passed, and I would just sit for hours and fussy cut because I didn't want to think. The 16th of February is the anniversary of my dad's passing, so yeah. I seem a little quieter. It's just that he's on my mind. He was such a big support of me, for those of you who are new. My crafty side, my mama's side, taking care of my home. He loved that I designed and decorated my house. He was just like happy, happy, happy. And I stayed home to raise my kids. That's what he really wanted me to do. Although he was a businessman and trained me to be a businesswoman, he really wanted me to be home with my kids because he said, the time goes fast. You don't get it back. You'll regret it if you don't. And he was right. For me, that was my personal thing. He supported that 100%. Plus, he supported my creative side. Boy, did he. So right now, I'm missing him. He's hot on my mind since he passed 2 days after Valentine's Day. Okay, so I don't want to use those. I'm thinking I want to use something here. I think I might want to use this, but not in the way, I'll cut it out the way it is for the moment, but that's not how I'm going to use it. Okay, so I'm not going to use it in its traditional form. I'm going to augment it, which is, you know, something I love to do. This is also pink on the back. I did back all these with just a plain pink, so if they showed, you wouldn't have that bright white thing staring you in the eye. I might want to use these. I'm not sure yet. There's a possibility, but I wouldn't use them as pockets. I would do something else with them. So why don't I go ahead and cut them out just to make sure that maybe we want to use those. I don't think we need all these scissors. I found the ones I want. I'm very happy with these scissors. Oh my gosh. I've always loved the Tim Holtz scissors. I have the great big ones, but the 9-inchers, 9, or I guess that's the size. And they are crazy hard. I mean, they are sharp, but they're heavy, and they bother my arm after a while. Okay. Now this is definitely something we can use to decorate. Now all these pieces that I'm cutting out today are going to get heavily, heavily decorated. Each piece will be an art piece unto itself, but I don't know that I won't be doing that on camera. I don't think. I was mainly wanting to just show you that you could take a kit that is maybe a digital journal kit, and cut it out the pieces of that journal kit as ephemera, cards, tags, belly bands, whatever. Use them in a new way. All right. Yep. Well, I definitely don't want to lose that, right? That's important. That's important. I won't use the word Valentine because this is not a Valentine project per se. Okay. Oh, I'd be so tempted to keep that pink, but I'm not going to throw it away. I got too many scraps like that everywhere. All right, now here, look at this beautiful piece. You think, oh, what a gorgeous piece. Yes, that would be beautiful in a journal, but that's not why I pulled it out. What I want to do is I want to cut it out of its page. Okay, I could do this. Now the tough part is there's a beautiful little baby there, so I'm going to sort of recut the shape of the card so that I don't cut out the pretty little cherubs. I can use them for something else, right? There we go. Hello, babies. See, I kept them. I did not want to cut them out. Now, I'm going to go back here. And of course, I can cut out all the scallops, or I can kind of leave the scallops somewhat intact on the page, which is what I'm going to do this time. I'm not going to cut out every little scallop. I might cut a few of these. I do want to cut this point out. Yes, I am cutting off the music paper, but there's plenty of music paper in everything. I don't need it in this. Okay, see, there's all that, but I'm not going to keep any of that. I'm going to throw it out. I can't think of anything to do with it. Again, this got the pink on the back. I'm debating on whether I want the yellow in here. I don't know yet. So I'm going to set that off to the side. Of course, we have actual ephemera here, too, to cut, which we will. But at the moment, here we go. There's this one. I want this beauty right here. She's smaller. You saw the bigger one, which is her, but she's too big for this. I mean, she's just way too big, so we're not going to keep her. But, well, maybe. We'll see. What do I want to do? Okay. I'm sort of kind of cutting out some of these little bits of, but not really. No one really knows but you what you're cutting out and why, so you can kind of do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to cut something off and you say, I don't need that for this look, then you probably don't. I would imagine these were Victorian pieces that got photographed and put in here, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how Nicola does her stuff. She's fabulous, though. Hi, Nicola. I do guest design work for Nicola, although this is not a guest design project. This time I'm just doing it because I love the kit. I bought it and I wanted to play with it. It's too beautiful to pass up. If the color grabs my eye, man, I'm going to buy that kit, right? Okay, so there we have that one. I don't see anything over here that I just have to have. Now, I love that. Do I have that as just a piece that I could cut out? I don't know. I don't think I do. Did I pick one? No, I didn't. I wonder if I have one that has that. I must have missed it. Did I miss it? Let's look. Yeah, because I had... Yeah. Oh, no, that's the fan. There it is right there. See, I knew I printed it. I knew I printed it. Okay. Yeah, I print it in two kinds of paper when I print it. I print it in the cardstock, but I also print it in the linen paper. Give me a second. I'm going to rest my jaw for a minute. For those of you that watched my last video, you know that I have been having issues with my jaw, so I need to be quiet every now and then and just let it have a little rest. Oh, let's see what else we got. Oh, I knew I had some. Okay, I've got all kinds of goodies. What I want to do is make a bunch of pieces that we're going to fill this up with. Now, this has had some time to dry. I don't think it needs to dry all the way overnight, but maybe. And I am going to need to give this a good press with my bone folder, but I'm going to use this one. This is heavy. It's a heavy Teflon. I guess it's called Teflon. But anyway, it's very heavy, and so it lets you get a good or better press is what I was going to say, not gooder. So you see, that's your back. It's pretty if someone sees it. You see the front, right? Now, the next thing we're going to want to do is we are going to want to round our corners. Oops. And I'm going to round these too, I think. I'm not positive. Just barely on the edge, maybe. Okay, that one needs a little more than it got. There we go. Now we've created this pocket, and we are actually going to glue that down in a minute. But the first thing I want to do, which I have it sitting down here somewhere, I have a roll of this painter's paper. They use this to tape baseboard, put around, it's not tape, it's paper, but they use it to have, they put it on the baseboards and then put the tape right here to the wall, right? To protect your baseboards when they're painting walls. So it's painter's paper. I get it at our local paint shop. So, I mean, I suppose we could get it if you guys really wanted it. You let me know. I mean, I wouldn't give you a whole roll, but maybe a ton of the paper, 3 feet or something like that. Let me know if it's something you can't get. But what I want to do with it is I want to create, I want this to look old and not grungy. Well, maybe grungy. Let me get, I want it to kind of wrap over the front a little. Maybe about okay, there we go. And I don't really want it, well, I want it to come around the sides just a bit maybe, so I'm going to cut a little bit off of that. Now, I got to decide, do I want to do this with pink, like with this pink ink? I don't think so. I think I actually want, before I do anything, to do some inking with my vintage photo distress ink. I'm going to check my time just to see where we're at. I'm marking it for me because I don't want to do it more than the doctor says I should. I'm not supposed to be on here too long, although I do want a longer video today. I'm going to push it just a little bit to get to work on this, because I really want to share with you. I was going to do this anyway. Like, this is something I'm putting together for a reason. So if you're going to ink, do this now. This is the time for you to do that. I'm going to put this one away because I don't, well, I mean, I'm going to do some of the pieces in the Victorian velvet, but let me see where we're at. I need a drink of water anyway. Okay, now, where'd that strip go? Yoo-hoo. Did I throw that strip away? Did you guys just see me throw that strip away? I've done that before, you know that, right? Did I throw that strip away? Am I losing my mind? Oh, no, it rolled itself up right here. That's why I couldn't see it. I was like, I swear I didn't do that. I didn't throw it away, I swear. Okay, and then we're going to just fold it over messily. And we're going to kind of crunch it, munch it, give it a good, maybe a little wrinkle. We're going to do that. Okay, and we're going to crunch it up on the sides a little. So before we go any further with that, let me grab my board. This is how you age a piece, okay? Glue. I was thinking, what glue do I want? Maybe I'll use my Fabri-Tac because I want to be able to move it around. And I'm going to put it down on the inside. No one's going to see this but you, but I think you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. And we're going to put this in here, bring it right up to the edge. Okay. And then we're going to runkle, scrunch. Make it really messy. Kind of rip it. There. Okay, so you do this. And now you get your ink and you go over your paper. You notice we haven't glued this down. This is a pocket, but I didn't glue it down because I want to get it all messy. I wanted to get it on there and then get it messy. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to take the same glue and I'm just going to put a little bit on the inside. However, I want to get it all munched up because I don't want it coming off, right? I want it to stay on there. And I just want to keep it from completely coming off. We're going to put some other things on here, so it really isn't going to matter that much. But a little glue never hurt anybody. Put that up there. Okay, so now you have this cool little pocket. And I definitely want to use my art glitter glue here because I need a really strong glue. I'm going to put a pretty good line of glue here. I'm not going to make it too skinny, maybe 1/4 of an inch wide. I'm going to hold it down and I am going to clip it. So get yourself some good strong clips. You need clips. If you don't have any, get some. We do carry these in our shop. We have a better, you get more and it doesn't cost as much as the Tim Holtz ones. Sorry, Tim. I always support you, but this one thing I found a better price, and these are super duper strong. I do have a few of his, and then I found them, and I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, I buy them by the hundreds. That's how many I use. I use them on projects. I put them on things I sell. So, yes. So we're going to leave that there for a minute while that dries, and now I want to find, what I want to do is I want to put a piece here. I want what I call a crown piece. So I may do this as my crown piece, or the other thing I was thinking for my crown piece is this one. It is big and bold, but, where's my scissors? There we go. And I'm going to cut this one out. And I'll show you how you can use this one. Make it look like a real fan. Sorry about the snuffles. Can't do anything about it. By taking more Benadryl, I'll be up flat on the desk. Makes me so sleepy. But it's the only thing I can take. And I take the children's dose with no alcohol or all that stuff in it. But it still, for some reason, makes me sleepy. I don't know what's in it. Don't care. All right. Now, I was thinking about putting that on there, but I want to fold that up like it's the real deal. So, instead of just guessing, I don't know if it'll fit on this. Maybe. Let's see if we can do it. What I want to do is I want to line it up with some of my lines. And go over the fold that you see there. I think it might be easier with a ruler. I'm actually thinking that that would be an easier thing. I think instead of using my scoreboard, I'm going to do the ruler trick. Let me get my ruler. Let's get a ruler trick. Now I got a brand new, see this one's kind of munched on the end bow. Look at this one. This one's sharp. I don't know. I've never used this one on here. So let's see. I'm following the lines of the original fan. This was probably a scan of a real fan. This is how you take and make things 3D. And I am scoring this without a scoreboard. This is how I always did it before I got a scoreboard. So if you are new and you don't have a scoreboard, this is what you do. You make sure that, though, that there's a surface that isn't too firm. I probably should not be doing it on top of my glue sheet, though. Yep, that made some permanent lines in my glue sheet. I should be doing it on top of this because that is a healing mat. If you cut on it, it heals. It's self-healing mat. I'm not being super careful, but as you can see, I am And I'm going as fast as I can. Okay, so now we've got all these lovely folds. And we can fold it up. You can decide which lines on the fan you want to use. I've done this before in a video. I don't know if I did in a video, but I sold a beautiful set with a fan in it. And I decorated the fan all up. Oh, it was gorgeous. Well, at least I think it was. I was told it was by my Instagram buddies. So this is how you would do it. You would just fold back and forth like you would a real fan. So see, we're getting those fold lines. Can you see them? They're starting to happen. I'm not going all the way down the paper. I just kind of want to get the tops folded. See? So then when I put it on here, it will look like a real fan. The only thing I don't like about this, per se, is that it is so big it covers up all the pretty paper. So as much as I love this, I may finish it off later and create, you know, I've got a base on here because it stops right there. I may do that later and use it maybe inside, you know, stick it in here. Oh, I might do that. So I'm not going to do this all the folds on here because it'll take all day. So anyway, you got the idea of how you do it, right? Ooh, I love this new one. This is good and sharp. See, this used to look like that. But after about 20 years, this is what you got left. Not a whole lot, right? Poor thing. They get so dirty in my little container. They get a lot of ink on them, which you don't want because you're using that to score with, and you don't want what you're doing to get dirty. So, all right, let's see if this has dried enough. Yeah, seems like it. Yes, now we have our pocket, right? Now you could take another piece of that paper and put it on the back and fold it over if you want it to look old. I really like the way that is, so I don't think I want to do that. I actually think I'm probably going to put some lace and some velvet up here. I think probably this is vintage lace, very vintage. It's from my stash. I've had it forever. Ever in a day. And so probably what I'll do is I'll probably put some lace in the back here and add a piece of velvet. Maybe I'll put it on the front to make it stand up better and add a piece of velvet. And I guess I'll go ahead and do it for you guys, right? Because we do want to finish the base. That is the most important part. And then you just fill it up with whatever ephemera you want to do, right? Oh, I used to have tons and tons of this. I'm down to just this much. Yeah. I used it for everything when I first started because I didn't have, I mean, I had lace, but I had, you know, a certain amount, and I thought, oh, I'm never going to run out because I'd had it forever. But it's like, oh, I just didn't anticipate how much I would use lace in my current projects. I normally would flatten this lace, but for this thing, I want this to be fussy, right? I want it to have a lot of beauty. So I am going to put that up there. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Bring it down just a little bit. Bring it down to the treble clefs, yeah. There we are. Okay. So that when you pop your cards and things into it, it's like back there, right? So you're going to fill this up with shapes of things, right? Well, not that, but you're going to fill it up. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. This is the project. This is what we're doing. So you go get whatever you have in your stash, whatever ephemera you want to play with. I think this is going to be my front. I'm going to cut those tabs off because this is a pocket. I'm not going to use it as an actual, well, I'm sort of kind of going to use it as an actual pocket. Yeah. Let me get my, it's getting dark in here. The clouds keep coming and going. When I first started, when I was setting up, I spent quite a lot of time, you know, printing and pulling things out that I wanted. Tried to pull out as much as I could and print as much as I could. But while I was doing that, the clouds came in. The clouds, like the claw. I know I'm being silly, right? Did you guys watch that movie, The Claw? Oh, I loved it. It's that crazy guy. Can't think of his name right now. So what I'm thinking is I want to hook that on there like that, because that gives us another tuck spot. So that's gonna show on the back. I'm not liking that. Well, let me cover this with some pink ink. Pink ink. Victorian velvet. And I can always cover it up on the back if I don't want it to show with a piece of the same, excuse me, this way. This is what I wanted. I kind of wanted the fan there, but I think I like this. This is just fine. I love that. I'm okay with it. I could have used this too. I forgot. I could have used this as well. I don't really want black tip paper. Yeah. All right, I'm going to glue that on. I'm going to take all this stuff out of here, but you can see what you're going to do. We're going to load it up. But all these pieces are going to get decorated to the nth degree and put in there. They're all going to, I hope they're going to be really pretty. I want to make them stunning. Now I'm putting this up against me because I want this to be tight. I'm definitely using clips on this puppy. Yeah, I do it by, I think I buy 100 or 1,000 of these at a time, these clips. And I use them, I use them all the time. I love them. I can't tell you enough how much I love them. Okay, got a jar full. Okay, I think that's about center. Doesn't have to be exact. Now, I know we did cover up some of the work we did here, but that's okay. Yep, brown color. Doesn't hurt though, right? Not at all. So now I feel like something needs to be there. I don't know if I have the right color velvet or not. I may not have the right color velvet. Ooh, I don't. So how about maybe this one? We do carry this velvet in the shop. This pretty sort of golden antique color. Yeah, I'm going to put that on there. I love this stuff. And we do carry this by the, I think it's by the yard or the foot. I don't know. I don't know how Jolene has it these days. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's because there was a little piece left. Let's glue that on there. Gosh, you guys, I'm getting a terrible headache coming on. Feels like it's going to be a full-blown migraine. Well, there's not supposed to be any more rain today, but my body does not agree with that. With our weatherman. It's saying he's full of malarkey. That's what my dad would used to say. Oh, you're full of malarkey. He was a funny guy. He was very funny. Had a great sense of humor. I loved his laugh, and his hugs were fabulous. I miss his hugs and his laugh more than anything. And his advice whenever I went to him. He didn't give me advice unless I asked for it. So that was the cool part about him. He did not over-advise me. I literally had to beg for his advice because he didn't want to interfere in our lives. He never wanted to get between Greg and I. But if I went to him for advice, he would give it to me. Very sharp businessman. So I'll probably spend a very quiet day Sunday crafting by myself, thinking about my dad. There. Okay, so do we think that was enough? Yeah, I think that was enough. I may put those back on after just because I want to show you what this looks like. So we have like a little pocket in the front. And so what I will do to make that more of a pocket is I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny bit of glue just at the very bottom, just to give it a little more strength. So if I want to put a small card or something in there, it would stay in there better, because otherwise I think it may just fall right out. There. Okay, use your clips. Any kind of clip will do. I mean, I have all these kind of things too. You know, I use all these. These came from Dollar Tree. These, I don't know where they came from. I've had them forever. I use binder clips. You know, I'll use whatever I can get my hands on. But these are so easy. I just love them. Okay, so now we have a pocket here and then the one in the back. So this little front pocket, you could stick your hearts in. See, and then you have your back pocket for your bigger things. You can either stand them up, lay them down. So this is what this whole project is this cute little goodie. And then how you can take all of your bits and pieces from a journal, depending upon how they've done it. But like this one just has this one here. So if I want, I can just, there's some here, my scissors, and one of my scissors. You know, I noticed all we designers, and probably you guys too, we all hold our scissors differently. I guess it depends on how we were taught to hold scissors. I don't know. I never thought about it. Everybody has a different way of doing it. I didn't realize that till I started watching videos and noticing hands, because I'm looking so carefully at everything when I first was watching. I started noticing hands that we all hold our scissors different. Some people hold over the top. I don't know how they do that, but I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ways. Of course, and it also depends if you're right or left-handed. So how fun, right? Funny the things you notice. Pencils too, you know, of course, that's very much depends on who your teacher was and how she taught you to hold a pencil, right? Again, if you're right or left-handed. My little sister was a lefty. Boy, they tried to make her into a righty, though. I was so wrong. Ugh. Okay, my husband too. So we've got those to go in there. We've got that to go in there. This, I was thinking about making this into something. Make it like a little booklet or something. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. I'm going to make that into something. Maybe a little booklet, or I don't know. But again, we have all these little pieces cut out. That's cut out. That's cut out. What else have we got? Oh, yes, this one. Oh, I love that. I didn't cut that out yet. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, I already had that one. Oh, okay. Yep, it's pink on the back already, so I did have that one. Just shows you. I'm losing my mind. Oh, I have more hearts. Now, I do hearts year-round. I don't just, no, I'm not just a Valentine Day girl. We've got some beautiful hearts from the paper cameo that can be used year-round. I use those. Oh, we've got that. We've got red. I don't think I want to put red in there. It's too Valentine-y. But the pink ones aren't. I'm going to use those. These are fabulous. Definitely going to use some of those in there. So I'm going to fill this up with a bunch of pieces and decorate each of the pieces to the nth degree. This is going to be stunning as a booklet. I could see putting strips of paper in there, making a booklet out of it, or like a little purse. This one I may do as a standalone piece with it. I'm actually, because I've done that before, I'm actually thinking I might do that. We will see. I feel like this one needs to be wrapped with some of that, some of this paper. I made fun edges, like old world edges on it. I can do it. I hope to work on this. You guys are seeing this on Saturday, so I hope while you're watching this, I'm also working on it. You found a kit that maybe you want to play with and do it, or you go and order this one. This is a digital kit, so it's totally up to you if you want to do that. I love her. I've already got her as an image, don't I? Didn't I do her? Yeah, I did. I already have that. I don't think I want to put that in there. Maybe I'll think about it. So I know for sure this is what I want in there, right? Again, they're all backed with pink, so that is that. I definitely want one of these. Now when you're cutting circles, open your scissors wide. As you close it, you turn your paper. Open them wide. As you close it, move your paper. Then you make shorters for your straight edge. You move those around. Then you start opening them wide. As you close them, you turn with your left hand or your right hand, depending if you're right or left-handed. There we go. Beautiful, right? Another pretty thing to stick in the pockets. Oh my gosh, like, see what's happening? You get the idea. Now imagine this with pearls and lace and all kinds of goodies. I've got some more pretties I'm going to put down here. I'm going to decorate this up a bit too. I may use some stickles. I don't know. I just, as I get going, I will find out. Like I said, I won't be doing this with you guys because just this one time today. I will probably be done with it, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday of next week. And you guys will get to see how it came out. But at least today, you get to see what I'm doing with it. Let's see, what else do we want to add? Oh, there's a big envelope. We might want to do one with that. Let me see. That's a different pink. I like that pink better. I did make them smaller. I did shrink them down. Oh, yum. Here's some more pieces. Let me grab them. Oh, yes, I really love this. I want this envelope. I'm going to use that. There's some more little pieces. I think I've got everything I want to use for now. I did print the red, but I've decided no on the red. I was picking them up so I could kind of clean up my mess a little bit. Gosh, I've got a good mess going here, guys. Let's move a few things just so we can get some work done. Yes, it's mainly about watching me cut stuff out, but you're seeing what I'm picking for it and hopefully why, right? Because I'm looking for shapes to go in with and around it. I don't know how these will go in there yet. I won't know until I get everything decorated. So that's my next thing, is to decorate up each and every one of those pieces. I've got a fabulous envelope I'm going to want to use. Now, I don't know if I'm just going to want to use the pieces of the envelope or if I'm going to want to use the whole thing. And so that way, any ephemera I've made that does not fit inside, I can put in the envelope, right? Yeah, I'm thinking this piece and where'd that other one go? And this piece I'm going to make into some fun holders to go with it. I think it's going to be a 3-piece set. I really think it's going to be a 3-piece set. Obviously, it's going to get sold, right? So I'm making this to sell. That's why I won't wait for you guys to do videos, because I need to get it. I need to get some income coming in, because I haven't been working. I had Valentine pieces to sell, and I just never got them into the shop. Got sick, too sick to even do the work I needed to do to get it into our shop. So I needed to take photographs and do the write-up, and I just couldn't get to it. And even then having to package it for shipping, because you have to package and weigh it. So you can tell Etsy how much it is, or if you put it in the Etsy shop, you know. I just didn't get to it. I was going to put it in my Instagram, but I just need this for that. And that for that. Okay, I'm not going to keep all this pink stuff. I'm really not. It's just too much. Too much. Okay. So now this one, how you do an envelope, for those of you who are new. And if you don't have a scoreboard, again, we will just take our bone folder. You could use a butter knife. You could use something dull, but not sharp, but not will not cut it. Boy, does this work well. Wow. We do sell bone folders in our shop, so if you need those, we do have a starter kit where you get your glue toppers, a bone folder. You get the glue eraser, and you get, if you're new, and you get, let's see what else you get. I don't know, some other stuff. Velcro. I think you get some Velcro. So much easier to fold it when you've done some lines, right? Sometimes I forget to do a line like that when I completely, or if I did it, I didn't do it wide enough. Yep. And this is how they recommend it, or the way Nicola recommends it, is that you glue it right here. And then this is your top. Can you guys hear the chimes? It's windy today. A lot of chimes. This feels a little more plasticky. This one is real bone. Not elephant tusk or anything like that. It used to be they were ivory long ago, not anymore. Okay, so there's your pretty envelope that you can use. You could tuck it inside your strip, or you could make it something separate. So again, you've got another piece you could tuck into the back here. Right, see, that's getting quite full, and it will hold it because we've done our glue like we're supposed to. So there we go. What do you guys think of that? Pretty. And so like I said, I'm going to add more of these bits and pieces because they are fabulous. And these are all the paper cameo. There we go. Yeah, that'd be pretty in there. Isn't that pretty? Oh, here's another really pretty one. So I've got some more pretties to put in there. I'm not going to keep making you watch me cut these all out. But I think you can see in my head where I'm going with all of this yumminess. And this is what I'm going to be sitting here doing today, tomorrow, and the next day. I'm probably going to work on these for the next 3 days. I'll ink them all up. Then I'll decorate them how I want. And then I'll figure out how they're going to go in there. I will come back and show you the finished product, right? You will see it. So just so you know. So this is what we did today. A little bit longer video. I hope that you enjoyed the chit chat and the hanging out in the studio with me today. Just craft along. Maybe you were just listening while you crafted on something you were working on. Project maybe you're working on. So far, this is what we have for our project. Very cool, right? I'm super happy with it. At least I think I am. So, and this is our little holder. I've been making these for a few years now, about 3 or 4. And so I'm really enjoying them. I believe they were the brainchild of Marlene at Uniquely Ella. I think these were her idea years ago. And I adapted it to my stuff. So there we have it. All right, you guys, there it is. There it is. Okay, you guys have a super Saturday and a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I love you all, and I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.